one.
I'm one of the presenters, ma. You said we should come with 2 persons
Okay, it's
to present the group.
fine.
I'm
So
one
who
of
is going to start? Who is going to be the first presenter?
is okay. Good evening. It's actually a colleague of mine in the group, Anthony Ugona.
What's his name?
Anthony Ugona.
But Anthony is not. He left the chat group.
Ma?
Where is he?
He's a member of the group. He's very active. He's online.
Okay. You can start the presentation. You can start the presentation now. All right.
Okay. Good. No, this is Abel.
I'm really. This is my name is Ugona. I'm really on behalf as the presenter, the first present one. We have on point, but I don't know how you say it.
Pardon?
So we have a presentation. I prepared a presentation on PowerPoint. That's the slides, but I don't know how you will say it.
Okay, what you can say.
Hello?
Do you know how to share screen?
Not in this Hangout though.
So you can just present, then I'll give you my email so that I'll check your presentation, then I'll inform you if you did the right thing on. You have to make some amendments on the presentation.
Okay, ma. So let me start from the beginning. Good evening, madam, our mentor, and good evening, my fellow circle members. This is a business game presentation by the batch 12, the group 2, and the circle 1. First of all, the second slide shows the people the members that we are active to be a success. When I send it to you, see the names, ma.
All right.
And then the business game tax 1. We were given a tax that says you have received all information needed in order to become a manager or a leader in MMM Global Community. Now you have an important task: enter a new country and develop MMM Global there. Tax will be in Thailand. Now, what we are given was the internet. We have a team, and I made the team. We agreed that the team will be a team of 20. And then what we have is the knowledge received in school. And then we have a cash of $50,000, which all these things should be developed under 1 hour to develop a plan of action for a week, which we must specify the number of registrations and deposits you will receive. Going to slide 2, we have activity on tax 1. That is the scope of work, what we decided to do. Now we have to make the introduction to ourselves. What do we really want? And then we have to understand, first of all, where Thailand is, what location is located, where is it located, the capital, the population, the GDP, the internet users, the level of literacy and the currency. You will see that in slide 3. We specified it there so that we can have a very good outview of the environment where we are going to. Next slide, we have the cost analysis, because everything we are doing involves cost. And then we have to be, we have to specify the cost in order to know that the money we have on hand can take us long. Now, under the cost analysis, we have hotel accommodation, which is the first thing, because when you enter a new place, you need to find a residence where you have to, you know, put your head. And then we as a team of 20, we chose some rooms, which 2 people have to be in a room. That's one. Then we have the transportation, because we have to hire a cab. We don't need to buy a car because we're living there anytime. Then the MMM Global continues running. Then thirdly, we have halls for seminars. You know, hello, ma.
Hello?
Can I go ahead?
Yes.
Okay. After the renting of the hall, which we specifically did that because of the seminars, and they need to call people together. Now, after that, we have the bulk SMS, which we as a group organizer, we need to get media by sending bulk SMS, you know, to people. At least we were targeting 40,000 people. We were targeting 40,000 people because our plan was to enter the 4 main cities. The cities that are there that are very dense, the 4 of them, we picked the 4 of them, which you see them on the slide. Then after the bulk SMS, we are spending money on video coverage, on some branded souvenirs, which you can see there, the t-shirts and other souvenirs, which will make people attracted. Now, we also have the projectors, we have the sound system, we have the refreshment. If there's need, you know, we have some other. We need to give some people some tips, like the managers and the administrative officers, which are people from Thailand, a base of where to stand. You know, so we have to include them to our, you know, our team for them to show us the way out. Now, after this, you see the summary page of the amount we came with, the expenditure we did, and the balance remaining. Now, going to the solution. On the arrival to the capital city of Thailand, which is Bangkok, planning the location preparation commences immediately. We have a group meeting, we meet, and then know how our action starts. Since the level of literacy is high in Thailand, we'll immediately build a website. That is the first thing we'll do, so that people can, you know, refer to the website, and we called it www.thailand, you know, -mmm.net, as it relates to Nigerian internet website for. So we followed suit, and then we did that. Then thirdly, so the social media, we have to bombard the social media, create awareness, you know, start creating adverts on Twitter, on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on YouTube. You know, all these things have to go on at the same time, because we have to bombard the environment and get the environment. Now, the cities we identified was Ratchasima. We also included the Bangkok and 2 other major cities, which I cannot pronounce the name because their names are a little bit hard, you know. Then at the list of the 2 seminars will be held, at least 2 seminars will be held in a week. And then we said it's Wednesdays and Fridays, you know, and the 2 seminars will be holding simultaneously in the 4 cities. You know, because we have to divide ourselves, and since we are 20, we divide ourselves into 4 by 4, and then we'll move out so that we can, you know, actualize what we want to do in a specified period of time. We'll produce advert materials like flyers, as I told you. We'll also partner with any NGO who know that they are moving strong, or they are poising strong, or they are waxing strong. We have to, you know, partner with them in order to use their structure and their database, so that we can get, you know, the database of people around, both the phone numbers, both their addresses, both how we can reach them and all that. At least they can put us through. Within our group, we now chose that visiting the charity might help, because, you know, everybody believes in charity. So we have to take a few items, go to some charity homes, you know, with our branded t-shirt. We'll go there, we'll show forth who we are, and that will, you know, facilitate people and make them interested in who we are. When we look at this, after this, you now see that people will start asking questions. Who are these? The first people that will come to us, will now have to assimilate them, at least 4 people. that we have to assimilate them because they have to help us translate, you know, the English language we are speaking into the language that is, you know, local there, so that it can go down to the next person. Now, when we look after that, we now project. We have projections. You know, we project that at least we expect 100 people in the first meeting. That is, in every seminar, we expect 100 people to register and to what? Donate their fixed entrance fee, which is $300. You know, so after then, we now expect that the whole seminars will bring 800 people. And when you go down to that, you now see that total of 250 projected participants per seminar venue. When you look at that 250, if you do the first seminar is 100, you do the second one in a particular zone, 150, that is 250. And when you calculate, you know, 250 times 4 places, you now get 1,000 participants in a particular day of what? Seminar. So that is what we are projecting, because this is a new environment and we believe that we are going to conquer that place. So the 1,000 participants making their entrance donation of $300, that will amount to $300,000. And wow, that's a very good beginning. You know, then after that, other actions we stipulated to carry out. We carry out some sport registration. We meet them one-on-one, register them. You know, some of them will have to be internetly connected. They'll come to us, we register them. For some of them that don't have internet facility, then we'll create a new group of chat room, you know, maybe on WhatsApp or on Facebook, where people can ask their questions and then they will get answers. You know, we extend invites to new members and the team members, social media and all that. That is part of it. Encouraging all members to acquaint themselves with MMM Thailand. Then after this projection, we are aiming at something. We are aiming at something. We are aiming at getting a particular range of number of people. You know, people can start. The first people that will start, you know, they have to, you know, encourage other people. You know, we believe that the encouragement might start from displaying the letter of happiness for the first people that will, you know, be rewarded. So they have to display the letter of happiness in order to encourage the people that want to join. Now, we believe that we could achieve this if we work as a team. As one person cannot do it alone, 2 people cannot do it alone, but we believe that we can work as a team. Now, we have a breakdown there of what we have to do in the first week, which I told you, the website creation, the delegation of people to several towns for awareness and all that. We believe in. We are talking about organizing charity. We are talking about registration of prospect, and we are evaluation and modification. After that, on Thursday, we believe in what? We now gather together. We evaluate ourselves. We modify our strategies, and we check the extent we've gone. Friday, the second seminar comes up again, and the situation comes up again. We return it again. Now, the training of participants and guiders on Saturday. We have evaluation and modification and appraisal on Sunday too. Because after then, we'll come together in our hotel room. We'll discuss what we've done, what have we achieved, where are we now, what is the next step, which leads us to tax 2, the business game tax 2. You know, like the question says, a week has passed, you are 4 men. The average contribution of a participant to the structure is around $300. Under the regulation of MMM Global, you must provide at least 30% growth in terms of participant payment, starting with the first contribution. Now, our tax any new members and contribution we have to ensure in the next 3 weeks in order to be able to make required payments to the older participant. It is necessary to write down your plan. Now, we believe after at this particular tax, we believe in having an overview of what we want. Now, the overview starts from the first tax, what we achieved, coming down to the second tax. Now, after a week, we now have 1,000 participants as a result of massive convincing and seminars and sensitization. That's a certain thing. We believe in that because we now have 1,000 on ground. Each of these 1,000 people, 300, which is 300,000. Now, each participant must have a 30% growth. Participant must have a 30% growth on his contribution. That is the MMM principle, and we must uphold that. the total growth in dollars will now be what? Of $300. That will be equal to $90,000. Where will it come from? That one stands. Now, there are other bonuses. Remember, $20 bonus for everybody that registers. We have that is the registration bonus, which that one stands. So when you add it to the $90,000, you now see that it's 110. That is outstanding. The number of new participants needed to get this 110,000. Where do we get it from? 370 new participants, which you will see it in the slide after, maybe when you are going down it. Then we have to plan our activity. Our activity still stands. Before we start encouraging the people that have registered in the first week to start referring. That is referral activity. We believe in that. It is very, very, very important. You know, we encourage participants to share growth of their Mavro. Maybe if you look at your Mavro page, you share it on Facebook to encourage other people. The Letter of Happiness, as I told you, you hold online and offline conferences and seminars to invite new members. You train support personnel. That is one thing we deliberated on in a very long way, because now they need support when they have issues. You know, what do we do in that? So we have to, you know, gather some smart young people to train them as support personnel, you know, to establish a low-cost online support so that they can, you know, bring in their complaints and inquiries and they will be solved. So after this activity, our plan of activity, we have a proposed result. So with our plan of action at the first seminar of each week, we expect 100 participants at each seminar center, donating an average of $300. Now, which you know that this invariably means that we expect 200 people contributing in each seminar venue, which amounts total to a week about 800, and it will amount to 2,400 participants. So the second week, we are believing in an increase by 2,400 participants. That means it means that the number of people to get help would not be up to the number of people to provide help, and it is a very good situation. When we have the people providing help, it's more than the people getting help. It's a very good situation. So I believe that we are doing a very great work. But remind you, we need some resources to bring it to this stage. You know, you will see it in slide 19. You will now see we need internet connection that is very strong. We need cameras and sound system that is convincing. We need, you know, graduates that are trained, that will be support, as I told you. We need tutors for now from the team, but subsequently we need tutors that will come from Thailand that can speak to encourage them. Then, you know, we need to, you know, bring in our friends who are financial analysts to start forecasting the financial projection to avoid unforeseen pressure on the system, like what is happening in Nigeria. We need to, you know, we forecasted on what happened last December. It couldn't have done. When we look at help, not a permanent employee, but it helps us to do, you know, to channel our resources to something that is good. Now, at this stage, we now number of new participants is 800 per week. Amount $3,200, $320,000. So that is what we have as the calculation below analysis of what now the growth. You now move to a situation whereby we have tax 3, which is a month. Remember, we've done the first week, we've done the second week, and then now is a month. And the question is, a month has passed, you are 100. The same plan for another month on the basis of the result of previous calculation. Taking into account the dynamics of growth. Yes, growth is something that is inevitable, so I believe we'll be growing. But this tax demands something. There's a demand we wrote here. They said to arrive at the number of new participants, an amount of contribution over an additional 4 weeks based upon the result of tax 2. One is following each other. So without tax 1, we cannot get tax 2. So it is a sequential solution. We have to solve them sequentially. You know, the tax 3, we anticipated some results. based on the strategy of result of tax 2 projection. Remember, we projected some things in tax 2 and we were able to achieve. So the anticipation we have at this time is at the growth rate of 1,000 participants in the first week, and participant in 21 days, that's 3 weeks. It is expected that an individual, an additional 30 days, will see the number of new participants increase to about 2,000. We are anticipating 2,000 people, excluding the earlier 2,000. What we have now is a total of, if you look at it, is 4,400. Remember, we have 2,400 at the first and second week. Now, at the end of, by the next 3 weeks, we anticipated an increase of 2,000. You know, the average contribution of each participant is, that is the $300, and we will multiply by the anticipated number of participants. So at the end, we determine the value of what we have on ground, the amount we are expecting, the amount we are anticipating when we work with the anticipated number of people, which is 2,000. You know, and we are able to get $600,000. Total is 180,000. So when you do the arithmetic, which we broke it down here for you to, you know, see it and then get back to it. Now I will humbly hand over to the presenter, which is Abel House. Thank you, ma.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Good evening. Good evening, madam.
Good evening. Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, ma. I'm very fine. My name is Anyayo Ibel, and standing on existing protocols, I want to continue the discussion that my friend just ended in tax 3. So I'm going to be starting from tax 4, ma.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, for the tax 4, the tax we are given is after 2 months, you have a number of participants and deposits that you've calculated. Now you can calculate what you need to organize within the next month. A week after the start of the month, there's this local holiday in Thailand, and it's a period the activity of registration falls by 75%. That's what they are trying to say here, is that the number of registrations falls by 75%. Make a plan for a month, what resources and how we should use them. The right amount of participants that we asked to do in tax 4. That is what we are asked to do in tax 4. Hello?
Hello? Hello? Yes, you can go ahead.
Okay. The objective of tax pursue a goal to revive the 75% shortfall in terms of the number of registration rate of 800 new participants per week. If there's a 75% drop, reducing a week of the LD to about 200 participants, and at a contribution rate of $300 per person, there's going to be participants, which will cause a loss of $180,000 as actually been explained by my colleagues Anthony Gona earlier. You see, $60,000, which he said earlier, would be realized not enough to complete the payment of 30% good to participants in the previous month. No, we are talking about a new month now. So if there's a loss of $180,000, 60%, $60,000 is just very small. It's not even up to, it's just about 3 times the amount that should be paid. Now we need to meet up with the payment of the old participants to avoid panic and other vices that might affect the system. And we need about 200 new participants, what we already have. Now, we are able to develop an action plan, and part of the plan is that we should involve places that more or less like university, colleges of education, and polytechnics, where persons can be enlightened on what to do, and meeting with student leaders and public relations officers. Why do we need these people? For we to be able to carry out massive sensitization about what MMM is all about. And we should be able to extend seminar venue to other cities apart from the capital city of Thailand. And if it's in the case of Nigeria, for example, we should be able to take our massive sensitization of MMM and its ideology and how it works apart from the capital city of Nigeria. In the case of Nigeria as a case study, or Thailand, for Thailand as a case study, we should be able to train and empower more participants to be guiders and increase the input and output flow, just like my colleague Anthony Guna actually said earlier. You see, if we're able to train more managers and guiders, more sensitization will take place, even deep down into the suburbs and other rural areas. Now, publicity strategy as an event, which include the printing t-shirts, distribution of leaflets and other flyers, we definitely help. We definitely increase the awareness, because all what we need now is awareness in order for we to meet up with the 75% of what we have. Then we should be able to take advantage of the to actually propagate the gospel or the ideology of this great and wonderful system, which is MMM. With me, ma? Ma, are you with me, ma?
Yes.
Hello? Okay,
Hello.
I can hear you. That is what we have for. That's what we were able to come out with in tax 4. Therefore, in tax 5, we are looking at our plan didn't really work as we actually planned it to. What we really planned for, we are not really getting it, and we do not have enough new registration to meet up with the 75% shortfall, and we need new deposit to cover the cost of the previous payments that we need to make. It is necessary to analyze the plan of action in this situation. What are the resources and how many participant contribution it is needed for we to get this situation resolved in due course. Due to lack of funds and other delays in payment, the old participants seeing that neither make nor attract new members. Since the old participants are not making a new contribution into the system, or we are not attracting new members, we now actually come up with another action plan. First, we need to investigate why our initial plan did not work as very well, and vice versa for the new entrants. Secondly, we looked at organizing meetings with guiders, and the reason why the system, our initial plan didn't really work out, and how we can be able to keep the system afloat, how we can be able to keep the system going. How? By providing help and receiving help, because of course one of the ideologies of the system is the activeness of the participants. If the participants are active, definitely the system will be stable and it will be kept afloat. And also we should be able to remind them of the bonuses and interests that are available in the system. And thirdly, in our action plan, we are able to look at as ways in order to intensifying campaigns and publicity. We focus on sources of MMM and as in other countries, because in the case of Nigeria, for example, there's an adage that says seeing is believing. You see, when you see what the wonders that the system has done, persons want to queue and follow up. So when we carry out massive online campaigns on social media and other outlets, you see, it's going to help in addressing the situation. Now, then we also have to organize charity visits to orphanages, if possible, to market, taking desensitization to those persons that are less educated with branded t-shirts. golf cap to make it very interesting. We should be able to present gifts, because when we do this, it's going to appeal to the passion of persons in order for them to join the community. What the community is trying to do, they see that the community is highly progressive and are really to assist the downtrodden and the needed, those that are really in need of help. Persons will be amazed at what is happening and they will come. And this can be tagged as community social responsibility. Now, we should be able to make sure that the community social responsibility is being broadcasted on our various local media outlets for strong publicity. We should also be able to look at, like in Nigeria, yeah, we have Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba, the three major languages. If we can be able to do that in Thailand, where we use their major languages, in reaching us to persons, it's still really going to help a lot. Now, we should also try and organize to house, or what you call door-to-door MMM campaign, especially by students that are very active and agile, students that are very smart. And we should be able to educate participants on the importance of constant and effective use of laptops and smartphone for accessibility to MMM sites, in order for them to see some of the testimonies that are allowed in the system. Now, we should be able to ask around for effective solution measures taken by a group or country who encounter same problem before. Countries that actually face such problem before, as guiders and managers that are progressive in the system, should be able to ask countries that have experienced such problem how they were able to solve such problems and be better for it. And we should be able to introduce offline service, MMM regulated office, and we should be able to use such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, and others very good social media outlets in order to reach out to people. Now, the number of targets, the targeted registration, 600, 50 per city, new participants into the community, with a reduced proposed entry donation of about $250, for example. Our total contribution for all 600 participants, simple arithmetic, is going to be the 600 persons times the new entry donation of about $250 US, which will give us about $150 US, as the case may be. Now, we should be able to use the total funds to offset previous payments of old ones, so that they will be encouraged in bringing more people into the system. Because, for example, now, just like what is happening in Nigeria, if persons are being able to get their standing contribution to the system, they will be motivated more in bringing persons into the system. They will be challenged. They will be motivated and will be challenged to bring more persons into them. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear you? Hello?
Okay. Yeah, okay. So that is what we were able to look at. That's what we were able to look at for tax 5. And to sum tax 5 up is that we should be able to the new money for the new entrants that was gotten, that we did a little calculation that we arrived at $250 US. That should be able to be used to offset previous payments, so that those persons will be encouraged to pH more into the system, and as well tell persons is best. Now, for the tax 6, was giving reduced to 0. The old members do not attract anyone and do not make contributions to. In virtue of this situation, a pause mode is implemented in which all old members were frozen and will be available for withdrawal when the situation will is right. New deposit go as per old conditions, normal, which is 30%, are not frozen and are available as usual. Make your plan for action for other months in terms of resources, contribution, and members. In terms of attribution and members, what we're able to look at, we actually try to look at a methodology that we think will really work. And in order for we to achieve this task, we need to analyze well on our resources, how much we have at our disposal as a team, such as organized seminars, like what the system is trying to do now in Nigeria, organizing promo tasks and what have you, to convince people that MMM need more cash inflow into the system as compared to the cash outflow, because you see so many persons who want to tend to get help, while fewer persons will tend to provide it. Now we need to show that, have proofs to show that that participants of MMM pays, and therefore it is real that the system still runs as before. You should be able to advise participants is out of it. There should be no panic, and especially as guiders or prospective guiders, you should be able to zero a man that panic is not even an option. You should be able to reinforce fully the ideology, how the system works, the benefits that are accrued in the system to MA participants, in order to boost their confidence and also boost their morale. We should be able to create social media platforms. WhatsApp is popular in Nigeria, so we should be able to know the social media that is popular in Thailand that we use in reaching out to people. We should be able to create these social media networks in order to work as a team to strategize different plans that we can use to bring back participants' trust into the system. Because when there's trust into the system, good to go. Now, we may also need to target other areas, especially where there are massive occupants. That's where you have high population density, in order to reach out to people that are yet to know about the system. And also, if possible, reaching out to churches, because Africa, for example, there are institutions in Thailand that carries large number of persons. You should be part of our targeted audience. You should be able to make this easier. All guiders must at least motivate their dial-learners. If for example, I have about 20 dial-learners in my structure, I should be able to motivate them that yes, the system is back. There's need for them to constantly PH and GH as the case may be. To organize a new batch of guiders to help and spread the benefits of MMM, just as we are trying to do now. We should be able to create, like I said before, good social media network that should be able to help the system and address some of this anomaly. We should be able to resume payment as quickly as possible. Participants, it is very necessary for this point to look for other alternative means of payment, if possible. Maybe like the use of the digital currency or electronic currency, which is your Bitcoin, in order for we to remove the restriction, because you have so much restriction of various local currencies, especially in Nigeria. Then we can relate it to what you have over there in Thailand. Hello.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yes. That is what we were able to look at in the case of the tax 6 that was given to us. Now let's move over to the next tax. Hello.
Hello?
Hello,
Hello?
can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes? Hello?
Hello?
I
Hello,
can
ma.
hear you. Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me, ma?
Yes, I can.
Can you Okay, I said that is what we're able to look at for the business tax 6. Now let's move over to the last tax that was given to us, which is tax 7, which is
Okay.
tax 7.
Go
Oh
ahead.
God, my network's bad. I have a very bad network.
Hello? Hello? Ugona, you can take over from task 7. Hello?
Hello? Hello? Ma, okay.
Hello?
Okay. You say, okay, for the business tax 7, our efforts has been grossly insufficient to reverse the situation. A restart took place and all the marbles were removed. We start to work from the beginning. Various things were being put in place. Now, as a team, hello? As a team,
Hello?
we're able to look at in the event of a restart from the question, guide and ensure a successful restart. We were able to look at some various scenarios that should be able to cause a restart if there's a restart, if the system actually activated the restart. For example, we should be able to put together what we call a very strong strategic team in order to promote the ideology of the community. Like I said earlier, conducting massively classes and seminars, said, and we should be able to make sacrifices by sponsoring articles on pages of renowned national dailies to explain MMM's ideology and how it works. Like what I said earlier, the benefits that are accruing in the system and how we can also make it better. What this we ordinarily achieve is that you should be able to keep fear among participants. You should be able to debunk pressures from anti-MMM bloggers and other government parastatals that are bent on bringing the system to a halt. We should be able to make every effort to involve as many states as possible that we can be unable to reach. And we should be able to change the conditions to be guided. Either we try and relax the restriction placed on it so that such conditions not relaxing it now, be able to make it to be very rigorous, to be very stiff, such that persons that becomes guided should be able to drive the ideology forward, should be able to properly orient and educate their learners and other participants. If possible, organize workshops, organize seminars in schools and in schools, marketplaces, and in other religious places to massively preach about MMS ideology. It is changing life on how it is making millions of persons to be free from financial slavery all over the world. And we should be able to give conditions to those guiders to determination and avoid the use of certain statements that may cause panic direct downline as our other persons around. And we also look at if starting the program all over again, we should be able to implement some new models that should be able to counter why the system went for a restart. And each daily participant should be able to do a task, just as the system is actually coming up with promo tasks over here in Nigeria, where issue-based that programs of MMM will be posted and will be discussed. Like what I said, the social media is a very veritable tool in order to make that work. With consistency on the part of participants. Like when I was explaining earlier, I said the activeness of participants in the system will make it better and will make it stronger, and we stabilize the system. You see, with consistency on our part in terms of PhD and GHD, not just that, trying to bring new persons into the system with proper ideology or ideological orientation, you see that the system will gradually come back to normal. And even though this is not automatic, our patients will be rewarded at the end of the day. So, I think this is far-reaching research we're able to make painstakingly in Circle 1. I think we've been able to do a thorough job. It's clear for you, Ma, to graciously analyze us. Thank you very much, Ma.
Welcome. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Since it's just the two of you, and you are the ones who have done the presentations, what I expect from you is to summarize what you have learned from the tasks that I gave you from task 1 to 7. So you need to summarize what you have learned from the and what you if there's something that you want to add, you can add. So I'm now giving you the platform to explain to me what you have learned.
Okay. As for me, Ma, based on the various tasks we were given, and from what we've learned, I think for the past 1 week in the system, one, no matter what seems to be the present situation of the system, not an issue, it's not going to help, it's not going to remedy anything. Then two, the activeness of each participant will make the system to be stabilized, and guiders should be well trained in order to drive the ideology forward, so that at the end of the day, I think that's part of what I've really learned over the past 1 week and from the business game. To be precise, man.
Did you notice that?
Sorry, ma.
You need to understand, Ella.
Sorry, ma. Please, I forgot to add something, ma. I forgot to add something. I think with the guidance school, I want to really appreciate you, because we are able to refresh our memory on the use of several Google documents. I think I've forgotten most of all those things. And with the help of all this, I think some of us were able to revive our skills back in order to be very skillful and industrious with our hands. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Welcome. What about Ugona? Do you want to say something? Anthony? It seems like he's offline. All right. Thank you, Abel.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you very much. Your presentation was quite very good. Okay. I'm going to post my email on your chat, in your chat group, so that you'll be able to send the presentation. Then I'll check.
Okay, ma. Like when will you need? Is it immediately you send it? We reply to you, ma, or tomorrow?
You can send tomorrow.
Okay, ma. I really appreciate, ma. Tomorrow will be better for us so that we can be able
Okay.
to evaluate. Ma.
That's
Thank
great.
you, ma.
Then what you're supposed to do is you write the names of the people who participated in the business games.
Okay, ma.
Don't forget that.
Ma. I won't.
Thank you very much. Have a blessed night.
Thank you, ma. God bless you, ma.
Okay, bye.